Good morning, or depending on when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told out of Voice of Radio, so today we've got a bunch of new stuff we need to be having a little bit of a chat about. So let's go and have a little bit of a chat about it. Now, a couple of things we do need to get to afterwards, but first, I want to start off having a little bit of a look at this. I can't remember what they've actually called it. The mystery box. Oh, actually, I've gone back on the website. It is just the mystery box. I was thinking, nah, it can't be actually called the mystery box. What's the official title? Yeah, it turns out the official title is the mystery box. Now, for anyone like myself that is set up with a proxy address in Japan, it is worth pointing out that this is now available for... It's done by a lottery sale, obviously. Basically, everything cool on the Pokemon Center right now is going up by a lottery sale over in Japan. What I will say is, when we were kind of in the heart of it a couple of years ago, I never won the lotteries to buy this stuff, ever. Now I kind of do. It's kind of nice. Like, I keep entering the lottery to buy every new set that comes out and all of the decks and all of that. And I'm on a bit of a streak. It's going quite nicely. I think they are far better at the supply nowadays. But it means you're only going to be able to get one of these mystery boxes. Now, as a reminder, remember the way it works. What you get is a deck box and a set of sleeves, a promo pack of a Pokemon V, and 7 packs of the sets. However, it's not quite that simple, because there are 5 promo cards, you're only getting one of them, and there are 4 types of deck boxes and sleeves, and you're only getting one of them. Now, we haven't seen that many, but they have gone and revealed one lot of them, and it features Regidrago and Regieleki, which of course does make perfect sense, because just this weekend, they went and revealed Regidrago V-Star and Regieleki V-Max, so of course it makes sense that they would go and reveal the sleeves and deck box featuring them. Now, I believe these come as pairs. I could be wrong. I believe you get kind of like the pair of deck box and sleeves, but again, I could be wrong. Obviously, I've entered the lottery at the Pokemon Center to try and get one of these, because they're amazing. We know that one of the promo cards is going to feature Lugia, presumably an alternate art version of the Lugia from the set. That has not been confirmed, let's be clear. So I'm kind of hoping that there's an alternate art Regidrago, honestly, because as I told you in my video, I'm in on Regidrago. I am fully in love with Regidrago. This looks absolutely stunning. So yeah, good work, go team. So I'm loving me some Regidrago. I would like that to be one of the promos. So it seems to be, we can read between the lines a little bit here, right? Because if you look at the mystery box, it's clearly got kind of a cave painting-y look to it. And obviously we know that fossil Pokemon are back in this particular set. We've got stuff like Omastar V, but then we've also got stuff like Armaldo's back and all of that. So, you know, it kind of makes sense that would be the case. And then, of course, we know that Lugia is going to be one of the Pokemon V, and that's in the set. We've seen one pair of deck box and sleeves, and we know that features Regidrago and Regieleki that are in the set. So it seems pretty sensible at this stage to say that it really does look like they're basically going, right, let's use the stuff from Paradigm Trigger. So they are essentially at this stage very specifically going for Paradigm Trigger. And you know what? Yeah, that sounds good, ladies and gentlemen. That sounds pretty good to me. I'm so in on Regidrago. I just want all the Regidrago stuff. Also, as I'm sure you've all kind of figured out at this stage, yes, it does very much look like, I think they're coming as pairs, but even if they're not actually coming as pairs, they're being designed as pairs, the deck box and the sleeves, because obviously you'll notice that the deck box and sleeves are the same design here. So, I'm not saying for certain, but I think we should expect that moving forward. And honestly, if they're all as cool as this, I'm kind of into it. But the good news is that's not the only stuff that's gone and been revealed that we need to have a look at. There is actually something else that is being sold by a lottery system, and it is this Pikachu playmat. It is a Pikachu and Mimikyu playmat, and it is really kind of awesome. So what we've got here is Pikachu and Mimikyu playmat, And it is going to be, all of this stuff is all coming out on October the 21st. You know the deal. This is all the stuff they sell to coincide with the new set Paradigm Trigger. And obviously, if we take a look at this Pikachu mat, it's Pikachu, Togedemaru, Morpeko, and Dedenne. And of course, we've got that deck I showed you the other day, featuring Pikachu and all of those other Pokemon. So, just like we saw with the mystery box, and we see this every time, the merch is very much matching what we're seeing from the set. So this is, like I say, a lottery sale over at the Pokemon Center, because the playmats just sell out too quickly, and now they've just decided the playmats are being sold by a lottery system. Usual deal, this is retailing for 2,750 yen, which is coming in at around about $19 or around about £17. Yeah, the pound and dollar are getting very close together nowadays. So that's kind of cool, but that's not all. We've also got a set of sleeves, which are retailing for 792 yen. Obviously, we got the same kind of artwork coming in here. These match very nicely. You're talking about $5.50 or about £5, which is kind of lovely. And then we've got a deck box, again, with very much the same design, which is the usual ridiculous price of 398 yen. It is absurd how cheap these deck boxes are. And that's $2.75 or around about £2.50. Yeah, these are awesome. But in a little bit of a twist, we've also got the damage counter case. We don't see as many of these. We often see, the set of playmat, deck box, and sleeves. We don't often see a damage counter case coming along with it. Remember, in Japan, at tournaments, they generally use actual damage counters. We don't. We use dice. But Japan tend to actually use damage counters. So they need to have a nice damage counter box. And this features those same, two Pokemon. Togedemaru's been bumped and Dedenne's been bumped, so we can have 2 Pikachu and 2 Morpeko, which honestly just seems a little bit mean, if I'm honest with you. But hey-ho. And what we've got here is a lovely little case to store all your stuff in. It's 330 yen. That is absurd. It's even cheaper than the deck box. 330 yen, you're talking about $2.30 or about £2. It is crazy cheap. It is awesome. Now, moving on from those ones, we have a few other bits we can have a talk about. There are sleeves and deck box coming just with the Paradigm Trigger artwork. And I'm a real sucker for these. I'm getting these. I don't always get the main set ones. The mini set tend to have better artwork, but I adore the artwork on Paradigm Trigger here. Plus, I've got Regidrago at the front. Come on. I think today has turned me into a Regidrago fanboy. I'm just going to be honest about that. I think today is the day I fell in love with Regidrago. It's been a while. I've not really been able to pick between Regidrago and Regieleki. I think today is the day when I moved. And obviously, as we've seen, 3 of the, real Pokemon that are coming in the set. I've already shown you Regieleki and Regidrago, and obviously, as well as the Lugia V I showed you earlier, there is a Lugia V-Star. So these products make perfect sense because that's, these are the 3 big Pokemon from the set. So it makes sense that they would be on the front, and then, of course, we would get the artwork of them here. I actually really like these. I might get a few packs of these sleeves and actually use them in tournaments. I'm cool with that. Now, there are a couple of other sleeves we can have a look at. There is a Lance and Dragonite. Remember, I'm not going to show you the price of these products unless they are different. These are all the same price as I've already shown you, so it's all good. So the Lance and Dragonite sleeves here, of course, there is a new Lance card in this set. And there is a new Dragonite card, so it makes perfect sense that we would get this. And this is just cool, honestly. It's just nice artwork. I'm not sure. I've got so many cool sleeves at this stage. Since I started importing Japanese sleeves, my sleeve collection has grown, and I have an awesome sleeve collection now. It's quite modern in terms of the Japanese stuff, but it's still a good collection. There does come a point when I need to stop buying so many sleeves because it's getting ridiculous, so these might have to be a pass because of that. And also because of these. We've got the sleeves which are coming with Keldeo, Virizion, Gabalion, and Terrakion. And this is the kind of style of artwork that just appeals and is absolutely lovely. Of course, all of those Pokemon are getting new cards in this set as well. I especially like the Terrakion. The problem is, as I told you when I looked at this, and I've covered all these cards on this channel, do go and check them out, but basically, it's like the Regigigas deck, but without the energy acceleration, so it's going to be terrible. But I still love these sleeves. And there is one last little surprise. We've actually got a card-carrying case Pikachu. Now, this is a moderately big deal, because these don't come around all the time. I show you all the new merch that comes out in Japan, all the TCG stuff, of course, and I haven't shown you one of these for a little while, which means I haven't released one of these for a little while. So this is the kind of thing, it's not my favourite design, but if you want one of these, it stores a bunch of deck boxes and all sorts in. They're really cool. I've got a couple from years ago, and they are, all faded and all of that, and battered and beaten up. But I do actually have a couple of these, Japanese ones from years and years ago now. But in terms of modern ones, we've not had one for a while. This might be worth taking a look at. There's also an index sticker and 11 fixed dividers that you can, put in to keep all your cards separate. But deck boxes, I can't guarantee, but deck boxes usually fit in here. So whenever I've used these in the past, I've had my deck boxes in there rather than having the cards in there for pretty obvious reasons. This is retailing for 1,446 yen, which comes in at the absurdly cheap price of, in fact, on the exchange rate as I'm recording this, $10.01, which is kind of adorable, or £9. So you know what? Yeah, that's cool. Oh, no, I've got these. I don't need them. For me, I adore the Terrakion sleeves, and I'm weirdly a big fan of just the Paradigm Trigger stuff, but I now have to have a heart-to-heart with myself as to whether I need this playmat of them all having a picnic. I'm going to go and have a think about that. For now, I want to know what you think about all of this. Tell me what you think about the mystery box. Tell me what you're hoping for. Tell me what you think about all this new merch. Tell me anything you want to tell me in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon and card games and Pokemon card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus pods where I answer all your questions, join a Discord and chat with us, and generally have a very nice time. Like the lovely Taylor Ward, who is one of our newer patrons and is a very lovely person. So thank you to Taylor for the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.